So my wonderful students, we're going to practice on page 119, and we're going to be asking questions about can. So ability, can. And we're also going to be answering, saying, of course. Now, of course, remember, is the same as saying yes. So we answer, of course. Then we're going to be using the simple present tense. The simple present tense, remember, he, she, it cooks every day. So it's habits. For he, she, it, we need the verb plus S, cooks. I, you, we, they cook every day. So simple present tense, which is going to be our first answer, we say, of course, he cooks, she cooks, I cook, they cook. So now we're going to do page 119, and we're going to listen. Here we go.
Page 119. Of course they can. Listen to the model.
So the model's up
Can
here.
Jack fix cars?
Of course he can. He fixes cars every day. He's a mechanic.
So we're going to be answering, can Jack fix cars? We look at the picture and we say yes, of course. We don't have to say yes. We say of course, which also means yes, of course. He can. Ability. He can. Now we're using simple present tense. He fixes cars every day. And what's his occupation? He's a mechanic. He's a mechanic. So we're going to be using that for all of these. Okay, so let us practice.
Do exercises 1 through 9. You will hear the correct line after you speak. We'll begin. 1.
Can Michael type?
So the question here is, can Michael type? So number 1, is it singular or plural? Singular. He or she, correct. He. So it's going to be answer, of course he can. Of course he can. He types. He types every day. He's a secretary.
Of course he can. He types every day. He's a secretary. 2.
Number 2.
Can Barbara teach?
Can Barbara teach? Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes. Of course. Of course. She can. So of course she can. She teaches every day. She's a teacher. So the question, can Barbara teach? Answer, she's.
Of course she can. She teaches every day. She's a teacher.
3.
Can Oscar bake pies and cakes?
So can Oscar bake pies and cakes? Answer, of course he can. He bakes every day. He's a baker. I want you to try. Can Oscar bake pies and cakes?
Of course he can. He bakes pies and cakes every day. He's a baker.
So now we have number 4.
4. Can Jane drive a truck?
Of course she can. She drives every day. She's a truck driver.
Of course she can. She drives a truck every day. She's a truck driver.
Number 5.
5.
Can Stanley cook?
Of course he can. He cooks every day. He's a chef.
Of course he can. He cooks every day. He's a chef. 6. Can Claudia sing?
Of course she can. She sings every day. She's a singer.
Of course she can. She sings every day. She's a singer.
7.
Can Bruce and Helen dance?
So, is this singular or plural? Correct, plural. Does the verb need the S? No, it doesn't. So the question, can Bruce and Helen dance? The answer is, of course they can. Of course they can. They dance. They dance, they dance every day. They're dancers. Can Bruce and Helen dance? Can Bruce and Helen dance? Answer.
Of course they can. They dance every day. They're dancers.
Correct, correct. Here we go.
8. Can Arthur act?
Of course he can. He acts every day. He's an actor.
Of course he can. He acts every day. He's an actor.
9.
Can Elizabeth and Catherine act?
Of course they can. They act every day. They're actresses.
Of course they can. They act every day. They're actresses.
So let's practice a couple more of these. Okay, let's practice some more of these. So number 1. Can Michael type? So the question is, can Michael type? And the answer is, of course, correct. Of course he can. Correct, he types every day. He's a secretary. Correct, correct. Number two. Can Barbara teach? Answer. Of course. Correct. She can. Of course she can. Correct. She teaches every day. She's a teacher. Number 4. Can Jane drive a truck? Can Jane drive a truck? Answer. Of course she can. Correct. Of course she can. She, correct, drives every day. She's a truck driver. Now let's do a plural. We're going to go down here. Can Bruce and Helen dance? Of course, correct, they can. They dance every day. Correct, they're dancers. Very nice practice.